This is another of those lives that are meant to be a video because I don't know, don't feel like recording something in the proper way, or rather, I don't want to. Hey, hey. Yeah, this is just like a I don't know video about this idea for a talk format that I've had about like healthy hobbying, and yeah, this mostly meant to be viewed afterwards. Hey, gee. Thanks for coming by, and also thanks for the lovely Sigma rights that are soon not to be Sigma rights anymore. Um, yeah. All right. So onto the topic. I've had this idea for a while, for like well, not for a while since I spoke with Ray Ra, um, on her show on about like healthy hobbying and um, yeah, um, yeah, it was a very fun conversation, and as somebody who partially talks for a living, it's like it's fun to combine those two things. And there's many like interesting things about like miniatures and things like that. But like the one of the points that we stumbled over in that conversation was that the hobby, however we define it, should be fun. And I don't know, like this like opening, like having a spot where we can just talk about like what we enjoy in the hobby seems like a good thing. And also combining that with idea of like how do we define fun, how do we make this hobby fun, how do we keep engaged with it, how do we avoid the usual slumps, hey Nina, um, and yeah, how do we keep the positivity going, because like this hobby has plenty of things that can upset us, that there are plenty of isms out there in the hobby community. There's plenty of problematic things either coming from companies in the hobby of um, or coming from people in the hobby, but there are also things coming from like innate being humans and not always being perfect. I think this sometimes knee-jerk reactions are not really necessary. Um, so yeah, I kind of want to talk about that in that format, and over time, like I honestly haven't set up anything, but like I announced that I was interested in doing this, so this is kind of the unofficial reminder that yes, this is still probably happening. I don't know how often. My next month or two will be quite insane job wise, so I'll try to like have at least a few um, of those conversations, just to get it started, just to get a feel for it, and also like the idea of it is to just make it like hanging out and talking about things that we enjoy. So like one of the aims for me is also like to not make it work, because I already have a job and this should be part of my hobby. Um, but yeah, I mean, what do we would as like have a few notes in front of me, not many. Um, but yeah, the point of this whole thing is to yeah give a space to also discover different aspects of the hobby community, because like we have the painters, we have the players, we have the terrain builders, um, and then yeah, everything in between. We have the people that are doing many different things, and like I know where. I mean, realistically, I fall more in the kind of painting side of things, but I paint armies, so I'm not like on the kind of overly artistic side of things. But yeah, I want to talk to as many different people within the hobby community as well. Like we also have cosplayers. Like I'd love to talk with a cosplayer. I don't think that I've ever had a conversation with anyone here on Instagram or on one of the discords or anything. But I'd love to like have people talk about that, so that we can yeah create a bit more awareness and also learn from the different aspects of the hobby. And yeah, I think that, but the general like the main theme is like I guess largely like mental health based. Like how do we keep a positive outlook on the community? How do we yeah not get put down by negative aspects? And we all see, we can see sometimes in the comments, and I know that half of the community like gets, or like, yeah, half of the community gets a lot more hate, and I'm, yeah, I'm not a woman in the community, so I don't see a lot of those things. But yeah, and we also like, there's so many things. There's like this bashing on GW for the sake of bashing on GW, but then also the fan persondom is one of those things that probably like could be interesting to talk about. Yeah, so many things, and I think like Warhammer Fest has been an absolutely interesting experience now, because like most of the community wasn't at Warhammer Fest, although Instagram makes it look like it. Um, and yeah, like there was a bunch of very interesting releases. Ironically, the most entertaining for me was the one today about the Inquisition and the Chaos Cultists, because right now I'm building, my Vasho army with as many different cultists and sculpts, etc., as I can, and many, proxies, etc. And like any alternative non-Space Marine Imperial sculpts, like I'll also like probably try to get that kill team set, not because I play kill team, but because the minis probably will be discounted. So that's going to be fun. But like the other stuff was like the, yeah, I don't know, heresy stuff was nice, but was mostly, promises and announcements. Um, the Dawnbringer Crusades did not happen, at least in the way that I hoped they would. And the lovely sculpts from 40k were fine. Like were like pretty much like what we saw in the trailer, and I don't think anything more. So that was fun. But yeah, but I think like the reactions around that, with like people either completely hating on it. Have fun, Jay. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, the kind of knee-jerk reactions on like the extreme reactions on both ends is something that I personally like tend to be quite skeptic of. And like the people that love everything, like yes, they're all great scouts, 100%. That's what GW does. And they're amping up the hype machine, which is something that capitalism does. Hey Jahan, yeah, just talking a bit about of Warhammer Fest and like staying positive and staying sane in the whole mess. Yeah, so like GW would do what a company does. That doesn't mean that their IP is not absolutely brilliant, and I deeply and sincerely love it. That's why I have, I don't know how many hundreds of armies, and I don't know how many tens of thousands of points. But I mean, maybe 20,000. But like, yeah, so like having that, being a sympathetic fan person is definitely like an interesting challenge. And also like letting that not go to our like own heads, like not letting that lead to like irresponsible financial decisions. Um, Weber has had some good stuff, but no cats. Yes, do need our yeah, do need feline xenos. Definitely in 40k, and we definitely needed like, I don't know, at least in the kill team box, right? They made the RBGs into a kill team box. We need our Tabaxi, I don't know what, Tau auxiliaries or something. We definitely need that. And yeah, I mean, also like that's genuinely like a very interesting point. Like it, let's be silly with it. Let's have fun with it. Let's not, always follow the law as much as we may adore it. And even uh, when my Horus Heresy is not a historical war game. it's a game that you play in the way the however the fuck you want. So yeah, I know. I think that these are in general themes of this idea of having yeah having a healthy hobby focused format to just hang out and talk with people. And I'd love to have like more than one person on, like if it's technically possible, like meaning if it works with joining from different places around the world. I know that I tried to join something which was like half Australian, half US, and then adding Europe to that just broke the thing. I mean, Jan, GW want if GW doesn't make it cat stuff. I mean, you do. Like, I don't know if you do remember, but I assume you remember the Hello Kitty army. So, and that's one of the classics from I don't know 10, 15 years ago. So, like, there'll always be cat armies because people will always be making them. But I assume that yours will be the most glorious one because I know you. Because you made fucking terrain in the shape of a cat. So, yeah. But yeah, let's be silly with it. Let's have just fun with it. And yeah, so I know. Furry Hammer. Yes, yes, Furry Hammer is perfect. Hi, Rera. Was about to wrap up um, the thing. I'll. Okay, now everybody's joining. That's lovely. Yeah, I was just talking about like my idea for this. I don't know talk format. And it's just about having. Yeah, this is the procrastination combined with my Caribbean shirt from that one holiday that I had in the last few years. Um, Furry Wars, yes. One page furry rules. Something like that. Yes. Um, oh my god, now I want to make a running as Beastman Solar Auxilia Imperial Guard army with just cat people. Um, no, this is just Rara. This is just about like being silly and having fun with the hobby. And Jayan is here, so and Nina is here, and that's an explosive combination. Nico, okay, Nico Guard. Um, please explain Nico Guard, Jayan. Um, yes, cat. Of course, it's always about cats. Um, Age of Fairy. Fuck. Yes, but I mean, aren't there at least in Warhammer Fantasy there were cat themes with the Tomb Kings, that which they are and kitties, right? Okay, yes, the cat cat Catskari, whatever Skitari Catskari um yes, something like that. Or bloody hell, like why does like you can have like cat-shaped demons because there's somebody who's afraid of demons, and there's some warp entities that are fairies at heart. So yes, we need more cats. And I like we know that there's enough scouts out there. And if there's not enough scouts, then there's plenty of talent in the community. Meow Hammer. Oh my god. Yes, Meow Hammer. Meow Hammer is perfect. Um, bloody hell. I know. Meow for the Meow. Yeah, Catnap for his throne. I don't know. Yeah, fucking hell. There was a point to the stream once. Now it's cats, which is lovely. Oh my god. Oh my god. Um, all right. This is before I completely like. I'll probably hang out and just chat. Kids, very nice. Thanks for joining. Um, I started talking about my idea for like healthy hobby style chat show chat thing, but then Jehan came and we've been talking about cats for the I don't know last 5-10 minutes. And Meow Hammer and yeah, Meow for the Meow God. Yes, yes, catnip litter and litter for the bases. Yes. Well, I mean, could catnip be like the psychic effects, like the spell effects? Couldn't that be catnip? Um, oh my god. Yes. Okay, this has escalated very quick. And I think it's a very fun way to spend May 1st. Um, yes, yeah. I mean, like this stream has had so much more of an impact than I ever thought. So yeah, mental health awareness is important, and cats are mental health. So yeah. Oh my god. Um, all right. So I mean, I've lost the plot a long time ago, but we need more cat armies in all of the systems. Um, maybe especially Horus Heresy, just to piss off the Grognards. Um, but yeah, more kitten and kitty Hello Kitty armies, and more I don't know challenges where you have to at least hide one small thing that hints at the existence of cats. I Why haven't you done another cat? Um, yeah, because running competitions is work. I think like why haven't you run a what was your what was my favorite manager from Warhammer Fest? That is a good question. Honestly, probably the Imperial Knights from not Imperial Knights, the Free Guild Knights from AOS, because the 40k stuff was very lovely done, but nothing surprising. Um, and yeah, the rest was like the mechanical knights for heresy is nice, but it was also it's a known design. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I think that because I really like the Dawnbreaker Crusades idea, and like if they had um announced a box set with minis, like that would have been so much more tempting to me than the uh whatever Leviathan box. But yeah, the details. This is like those and the whatever Free Guild soldiers that they announced a while ago. Like I think at Adepticon, like you can use this for like historical wargaming essentially. And like I really like you know it's nice to have like Warhammer models that are multi-purpose for once. Um, and it's just yeah this idea that the scum of the earth is going out there and fighting the good fight is just a really compelling narrative and is really that's the original crusades like the first to fifth crusade are in real life and whatever the children's crusade etc like that's not fun that's not pretty it's not heroic but if you yeah but like there's some interesting things that you can do with that of course like anytime you use the term crusade there's some problematic implications which is why it needs to be high fantasy not low fantasy um but yeah no those are really lovely um I'm very sad for the Lord of the Rings because they got like one very expensive diorama that you can paint by numbers, and Necromunda and Blood Bowl I think didn't get anything. Um, yeah, but the Inquisitor today, the Inquisition retinue today was fun, and that box sounds looks awesome. And dinosaurs with cats, holy hell! Yes, I love the chat conversation. Dinosaurs, bloody hell! There's in Horus Heresy, like the new um, Imperialis militia, there's a kind of Beastmaster type unit where you can have raptors. So you could ideally have like cats riding raptors and have that be a legal unit in Horus Heresy, or use them as Rough Riders in 40k, which would be just perfect. Um, yeah, no, but this is yeah, so many crazy ideas that you can do. Um, and yeah, I think like ironically, like especially Horus Heresy, like is much more like also from the side of GW, much more like hobby focused and much more narrative focused and much more like build something. Like we're not going to provide you with like there may be usable minis for that, but like just have fucking fun with it, and like that's quite refreshing. Um, yeah. Oh my god. But I know also like you guys, what was your well, you folks, so what was your highlights from what came out of Warhammer Fest? Um, anything that stood out from the pack? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, but and I mean, I do look forward to like my boy Vashtor over here getting more love eventually. I think they might probably be done with him for now, but he's just an awesome thing. Uh, okay, Rera. Um, yeah, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for joining the conversation. Yeah, the new Space Marine cat box. Yes, like any cat will, yeah, will enjoy the boxes of whichever box you end up buying. Um, yeah, I think like the Gloomspite Kids Hero, yes, that one was really cool. That one, yeah, I kind of forgot about that one, but like that one's really cool. Um, Gloomspite Kids, yeah, it was, but I mean, like it. Honestly, it's nice to see um the reaction by the community to just like be positive for once and celebrate. And I think like anyone who has played 40k knows, or like ninth edition 40k knows the problems that it has. So I think like I'm really looking forward to 10th edition and playing it. I just don't like, I'm a lot less tempted at like buying the big box because I still have, yeah, I don't know how many thousands of points of like Space Marines to paint. And yeah, I don't know. And also like I need to increase the power of Vastra. Um, yeah. Okay. I think like gonna wind it down here. So back to the original topic, like, and for posterity or whatever. yeah, this is it's like honestly an open invitation. I'd love to talk to anyone and everyone. I have a couple of people in mind that I want to talk to with this, like, are we having fun yet format, which was like coined by Bushammer, by the way. Um, and yeah, anyway, like, so this is an open invitation to anyone who wants to just come on and talk for, I don't know, half an hour or so and hang out. Um, yeah, this is like, yeah, I also want to finish my backlog first. However, I end up defining backlog. But yeah, I want to do that first. Have plenty of minis coming in from the Ravage Star, like mini wargaming Kickstarter, so that'll have to get painted up, etc., etc., etc. And yeah, painting up the backlog is just so much fun because like you just have the feeling of getting stuff done. And I think for me that's also why I paint like why I enjoy painting lots. Uh, yeah, backlog has its own backlog. Yeah, um, that's the thing. Like I enjoy not like I enjoy yeah this feeling of getting stuff done, and that means I'm painting to the level that I enjoy, and then I move the fuck on. And yeah, and I don't know. Like I paint a lot because like I have this is what I do in the evenings just to not think about real life. Um, and yeah, yeah, this I don't know, so much. Yeah. All right. It's not late, but I'm tired, and I should probably have dinner. But yeah, thanks, you lovely people, for joining and for having such a fun conversation. All right, I'll try to wrap it up properly this time. So this was yeah, open invitation to anyone who wants to come and like online and talk for however long that conversation goes, for however much time you have, just to yeah talk about like either an aspect of the hobby that we agree on before, or just like what you enjoy about the hobby. And I hope that um, yeah uh, that everyone in the chat will come on, and that we'll get to talk about cats and about whatever painting stormcasts and the feeling of being done with you know units, whatever. um, yeah, I want to keep this as low threshold as possible, and just a way to hang out, and just a way to celebrate the hobby and be a bit mindful about how we treat it, how we treat ourselves in it, how serious we should take the Instagram algorithm, and all of those things. So thank you, lovely people. However, I can end this thing now. Take care. Have a great start of the week tomorrow, and yeah, talk soon.